You haven't gone in 2 days. Your stomach feels like it's carrying bricks. And the worst part? Every senior-friendly solution out there either makes you bloated, dizzy, or just plain doesn't work. But here's what doctors aren't telling you. There are 5 natural gut-healing foods that can help you get relief tonight. These aren't trendy powders or synthetic laxatives. They're actual foods that rebalance your gut, activate your digestive reflexes, and make your colon do what it's supposed to do, without side effects. You might walk past it every week in the produce aisle. Small, wrinkled, nothing flashy. But what if I told you this humble fruit has been quietly helping seniors break the constipation cycle for centuries? We're talking about prunes. Yes, dried plums. They're not just a punchline from an old comedy routine. They're one of nature's most effective gut triggers. Prunes contain a unique combination of soluble and insoluble fiber, which makes them act like a broom and a sponge inside your gut at the same time. The soluble fiber helps absorb water and softens your stool, while the insoluble part adds bulk and gets things moving. But what really makes them powerful is something called sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that draws water into the intestines. This creates a gentle, natural laxative effect without the harsh side effects of over-the-counter pills. Now you might be thinking, but I've tried prunes before and nothing happened. And that's fair. Most people don't realize that timing and context matter. If your gut is sluggish, 1 or 2 prunes on an empty stomach may not do much, but 5 to 6 prunes after a warm meal, especially dinner, can act like a gentle nudge to your colon. Not forceful, not explosive, just movement. And here's the bonus. Prunes are rich in polyphenols, those anti-inflammatory plant compounds that not only support gut health, but may also improve bone density. Yes, you heard that right. The same fruit that helps you go might also help you stay strong on your feet. That's especially important for seniors dealing with brittle bones and digestive stagnation at the same time. In one clinical trial, participants who consumed about 50 grams of prunes daily reported not only improved regularity, but also a noticeable reduction in bloating and abdominal discomfort within 2 weeks. The key wasn't magic, it was consistency. And that's the part most people miss. You don't need to eat a mountain of prunes. You don't need to overhaul your diet. But you do need to send your body a clear signal that it's time to break the backup. And this fruit, small and simple as it may be, delivers that signal loud and clear. If your digestion feels stuck, if your belly feels heavy, if you're waking up each morning feeling like nothing's moved, this is where you begin. Not with pills, not with teas, but with nature's most overlooked digestive reset button. There's a quiet war going on in your digestive tract, and most seniors don't even realize it's happening. Inside your gut are trillions of bacteria. Some are friends, others not so much. And when the bad ones outnumber the good, your digestion slows, your belly bloats, and yes, constipation becomes your new normal. But here's the good news. There's a way to swing the balance back in your favor. Not with expensive supplements, not with prescriptions. Just a simple fermented food that's been used for centuries across cultures to restore harmony in the gut. I'm talking about sauerkraut. Not the kind drowned in vinegar and sugar. I mean real raw fermented cabbage, loaded with live probiotics that feed your microbiome like rocket fuel. What makes raw sauerkraut so powerful isn't just that it contains healthy bacteria. It's that those bacteria help rebuild the very environment your digestive system depends on. They reduce inflammation in the gut lining. They improve peristalsis, that natural wave-like movement that pushes waste through the colon. And they produce short-chain fatty acids, which nourish the cells of your intestines directly. Think of it like a cleanup crew arriving after years of neglect. If your gut has been sluggish, inflamed, or backed up for weeks or months, you need more than fiber. You need repair. And that repair starts at the microscopic level, where live cultures go to work, rebuilding what's been damaged and rebalancing what's been off. And it doesn't stop there. In one study, seniors who consumed a small daily dose of fermented vegetables reported not only smoother digestion, but also better mood and energy levels within 3 weeks. Why? Because when your gut flora is balanced, your body produces more serotonin, the feel-good chemical that supports both bowel regularity and mental clarity. A tablespoon or 2 of raw sauerkraut with dinner may not sound revolutionary. But to your gut, it's like flipping a switch. Within hours, those live cultures begin multiplying, crowding out harmful microbes, and resetting the rhythm of your digestion. Over days, you may notice less bloating, more consistent bathroom habits, and even better sleep. Yes, your gut and your brain are deeply connected, and fixing one often improves the other. If you're new to fermented foods, go slow. Start with just a forkful alongside your meal. Let your system get used to it. And make sure you're buying the real thing. Look for raw, unpasteurized, and refrigerated on the label. If it's shelf-stable and packed in vinegar, it's not giving your gut what it needs. When your body is trying to tell you something, when it feels heavy, inflamed, or blocked, listen, and then respond with something simple, ancient, and powerful. Raw sauerkraut isn't a miracle, but for many seniors, it's the missing puzzle piece their gut has been begging for. There's a hidden reason so many people over 60 wake up feeling heavy, bloated, and constipated. And it has nothing to do with what they ate last night. The real culprit? Dehydration inside the colon. Not the kind you solve with a glass of water, but the kind that requires a slow, steady rehydration from the inside out. That's where this humble seed comes in. Chia. Chia seeds might be tiny, but when soaked overnight, they turn into something magical. A gelatinous, hydrating powerhouse that acts like a sponge inside your gut. And for seniors struggling with sluggish bowels, that's exactly what your system is craving. When consumed properly, chia seeds don't just pass through you. They pull water into the intestines and soften waste material, making everything easier to pass the next morning. But here's the key. Dry chia seeds won't do the job. That's where most people go wrong. The real benefits come when they're soaked for hours, typically overnight. Just 1 tablespoon of chia in a glass of water or plant-based milk forms a pudding-like gel that works overnight to hydrate and lubricate your entire digestive tract. What makes chia especially effective for seniors is its unique fiber structure. Unlike many high-fiber foods that can feel abrasive or cause gas, chia's mucilaginous texture soothes the lining of the gut while gently increasing stool bulk. It's like giving your colon a warm bath instead of a cold shock. Soft, easy movement, without straining, discomfort, or bloating. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults who consumed 10 grams of chia fiber daily experienced a significant improvement in bowel regularity within just 1 week. The magic wasn't just the fiber, it was the hydration. Think of chia as both food and water delivery system in one tiny package. Want to boost the effect even further? Add a pinch of cinnamon or a splash of lemon juice to your chia soak. Both have mild digestive benefits and help regulate blood sugar, which is often linked to gut motility. And if you prefer something sweet, a drop of raw honey or a few crushed berries turns chia pudding into a treat that heals. Most importantly, consistency matters. A single serving might help, but a nightly ritual works wonders. Before bed, stir your chia mixture, place it in the fridge, and let it do its work while you sleep. By morning, your gut is primed for a smooth, natural release, without pills, powders, or force. It's often the simplest rituals that bring the biggest relief. No extreme cleanses, no complicated regimens, just a seed, some water, and a little time. And the next morning, that long overdue sense of lightness finally returned. It's creamy, it's cold, and for many seniors, it used to be a staple. But somewhere along the way, it got replaced by sugary snacks, processed cereals, and bland toast. That's a shame, because real yogurt might be the single most underrated gut-healing food in your kitchen right now. And if you're over 60 and struggling with constipation, bloating, or sluggish digestion, this humble scoop could be the reset button your body's been begging for. We're not talking about those dessert-like yogurts in plastic tubes or topped with candy. We're talking about plain, full-fat, unsweetened yogurt, especially the kind with live and active cultures. Because here's the truth. As we age, our digestive system loses some of its strength. Enzyme production drops. Gut bacteria shift. The muscles of the colon don't contract as efficiently. It's like the whole system gets tired. But yogurt, with its creamy texture and rich probiotic content, steps in like a supportive hand, helping everything flow just a little more smoothly. Here's what makes it special. Yogurt is naturally rich in beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, probiotics that can survive the stomach's acid and make it all the way to your intestines, where they start working immediately. These live cultures help restore microbial balance, reduce gut inflammation, and enhance peristalsis, the rhythmic muscle contractions that move waste through the colon. In simple terms, yogurt helps you go. But it's not just about bacteria. Yogurt also contains calcium, potassium, and bioavailable protein, all of which support gut muscle function. When your colon is undernourished, it slows down. When it's supported with the right nutrients, it regains its rhythm. Clinical studies have shown that seniors who consume probiotic-rich yogurt daily experience fewer episodes of constipation, less straining, and a noticeable reduction in bloating and gas. The effect isn't immediate, but it builds with consistency. That's the key. Make it part of your routine, not a once-in-a-while treat. Want to supercharge it? Add a spoonful of ground flaxseed. You'll not only get extra fiber, but also omega-3s, which soothe the gut lining and support better absorption. Or stir in a few fresh blueberries for added antioxidants and flavor. Just avoid sweetened yogurts that spike blood sugar and throw your gut off balance. If dairy doesn't agree with you, there are high-quality plant-based alternatives made with almond, coconut, or oat milk, but be sure they contain added probiotics and no added sugars. Look for labels that say live cultures and minimal ingredients. When you give your body what it needs, it responds. And something as simple as a bowl of yogurt can be the difference between a sluggish, uncomfortable morning and a light, energized start to your day. Not because it forces your system, but because it rebuilds your strength from the inside out, one spoonful at a time. There's a reason so many people reach for the same cup every morning. It's not just about caffeine, it's about rhythm, warmth, a familiar ritual that for many signals the body. It's time to go. But what if I told you that your morning drink could do more than just wake up your mind? What if it could gently, but reliably, wake up your colon too? Enter the power of warm lemon water. Not just a trend, not just a detox gimmick. This simple combination has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic and naturopathic traditions to support digestion and regularity. And for seniors, it offers one of the gentlest, most effective ways to reset your gut's natural elimination reflex, without relying on pills or powders. Here's how it works. Warm water first thing in the morning stimulates your gastrointestinal tract and increases blood flow to the digestive organs. It's like flipping on the lights in a room that's been dark all night. The warmth relaxes the colon muscles, while the hydration reactivates movement. And when you add fresh lemon juice, you're not just flavoring the water, you're giving your liver and bile ducts a gentle push, encouraging the digestive juices to start flowing. Now, you might wonder, why lemon? It contains citric acid, which has a mild laxative effect and helps flush toxins from the body. It also increases stomach acid levels slightly, just enough to improve digestion, especially in those whose stomach acid has declined with age. This matters more than you think. Low stomach acid can lead to poor food breakdown, sluggish digestion, and yes, constipation. But this isn't just about chemistry. There's a neurological reflex called the gastrocolic reflex, a natural response that activates your colon shortly after eating or drinking. Warm liquids, especially in the morning, enhance this reflex. It's the body's way of clearing out space and preparing for the day. And warm lemon water is the perfect trigger. Even better, it hydrates you. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated, especially your colon. And as we've seen, a dry colon is a constipated colon. 1 cup of warm lemon water on an empty stomach delivers 2 key things your gut needs: moisture and movement. Want to make it even more effective? Sip it slowly. Use fresh squeezed lemon. About half a lemon per 8 to 10 ounces of warm, not hot water. Avoid adding sugar. And if you're someone who needs a bit more stimulation, add a pinch of cayenne or grated ginger. These support circulation and digestive fire without overstimulating the system. Sometimes the simplest tools are the most powerful. A warm cup, a squeeze of lemon, a quiet moment before breakfast. And suddenly, your digestion starts working with you, not against you. For many seniors, this tiny morning ritual becomes a daily reset, a dependable way to keep everything moving, without stress, without strain, and without side effects.
Your body isn't broken. Your gut isn't lazy. It's simply been waiting for the right signal, the right support, and the right rhythm to return. And now you have the pieces. A gut-healing fruit that gently moves things along. A fermented fix that brings your internal ecosystem back into balance. A bedtime seed that hydrates from the inside out. A creamy scoop that restores digestive strength. And a morning ritual that resets your colon's clock. These aren't fads. They're time-tested foods your body recognizes, understands, and responds to. But here's the part nobody tells you. When you combine them in the right sequence, over the next 24 hours, your gut can begin to reset. Naturally, gently, and in sync with how your body was always meant to work. It starts tonight. After dinner, instead of reaching for dessert, you soak a tablespoon of chia seeds in almond milk or water. Add a dash of cinnamon, maybe a few berries. Let it rest in the fridge. Then, just before bed, you eat it slowly. This isn't just dessert, It's a hydrating, fiber-rich signal to your gut that change is coming. While you sleep, your body starts to shift. That sticky sludge sitting in your colon, it begins to soften. Your digestive tract, finally given the moisture and fiber it needs, starts preparing for motion. And by morning, before you do anything else, you warm up a cup of water. Squeeze in half a lemon. Take a quiet moment and sip. Slowly, with intention. And then, something happens. Your gut wakes up. Not in a jarring emergency way, but in a calm, steady, natural way. That long overdue release, it begins. The bloat softens. The heaviness lifts. And for the first time in days, maybe weeks, you feel light, clear, energized.
Breakfast? A bowl of plain yogurt, maybe with a swirl of ground flaxseed. Lunch? Something easy on your gut, soft vegetables, gentle proteins. With dinner, a spoonful of real sauerkraut, just enough to reseed the terrain. And by bedtime, you repeat. This is the 24-hour reset, not a cleanse, not a diet, a realignment, a conversation between you and your gut that says, I'm ready to feel good again. And here's the best part. The longer you do this, even just a few days a week, the more consistent your digestion becomes. The less you rely on pills, the more control you regain, and the better your body responds. So the only question left is, what would your life look like if every day started this light, this clear, this easy? Because tonight, that version of you, the one who wakes up without pain, without pressure, without fear of another constipated day, that version is already waiting. You just have to begin.